Hi guys, and welcome to my channel where we live, love, learn and laugh. Karibuni sana. So guys, oh my god, today is a Saturday. It's a Saturday. I believe it's February. Let me check the date for you guys to be sure. Today is, oh my god, what am I doing here? Today is Saturday, February 11th, 2023. It's 2:36 in the afternoon p.m. and I am currently on my way to the gym. As you can see, I'm all dressed up, ready to go and get my workout going. I don't know why, but this past week, for the last couple of days, I've been feeling so tired. Like, I don't know, another kind of tiredness, like more like fatigued. I've just been feeling so exhausted, and not even because that I've been working out or I've even been doing a lot of activities or a lot of moving up and down, but for some reason nowadays, by the time I leave work and get home, I am just so exhausted that I'm ready for bed. Like, I thought this week I was going to have time to at least to be able to go to the gym for a day or two before now the weekend, but man, my plans were just thwarted. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling as though there's something that is like spiritually draining my energy, to a point that by the time I enter the house, I'm just I'm ready to call it quits. So guys, right now I've decided, I'm just going to head out and go to the gym, at least try and be active a little bit, because I'm feeling energetic. I feel like I have so much energy, like my adrenaline is on another level. But there's also a form of fatigue with my legs. My legs are just the ones which are refusing to move. I don't know why. So I've decided, let me force myself, go to the gym. At least that way I'll be able to rejuvenate myself. Nitajichangamsha kidogo and see if I'll be able to get my energy back and be able to move around. But yeah, so with that said, guys, oh my god, let's get going. You'll drive with me. We'll have this convo. Oops. And today I'm mic'd up, by the way, and the reason I'm mic'd up is because I've realized when I'm doing the videos in my car and I have my heat running, there's usually this background noise that kind of affects the sound or the quality of sound with the videos. So I'll just keep my mic on, although I'm not very good in using the mic because I also move a lot with my seat belt and stuff. So maybe I should make this seat a little bit straight, yeah, so I don't end up messing with the microphone. But yeah, so guys, just ride with me and let's talk. Let's have a fantastic weekend. Sijui leo nitawachezea ngoma gani. Oh my god, I haven't even played a song for you guys. But anyway, the reason actually why I've decided to do this video now today is because remember the other day I was telling you the issues that have been going on with my job and how much I've been thinking about my next level, because clearly where I am right now, things are not really working out and I don't really have much power or much authority to make them work in my favor. But for me, I believe that sometimes situations like this come so that they can awaken us to where we are destined to be, because life is about seasons and it's about chapters. You're not supposed to remain on the same path for the rest of your life. There are times that you have to take different turns, different curves, and so that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And out of that, actually, there's a co-worker of mine, a good friend of mine. She has decided that for her, she has reached the end of the road, and I think this coming Friday is going to be her last day at work. She has decided she's just going to move on to other things and figure out her life from there, because things are not working and sometimes they are destined to be that way, so that you can move on to your next chapter and the next and the next, until you finally get to where you're destined to be and begin to live a life of purpose. And so yeah, out of that, actually yesterday I went shopping and I was able to buy her a gift. I bought her more or less what can I call it? It's a self-help book, and it's a book about self-love. Actually, I have it here. Let me show you guys. So this is the stuff. I went to Target yesterday after work and I bought this stuff, and the book is called Unlock Your Storybook Heart by Amanda Lovelace, the best-selling author of The Princess Saves Herself in This One. And I thought this would be a very befitting book for her because she does enjoy self-help. You know, she reads poems and she's into, you know, she's into the princess stuff. You know, she loves the fairy tales and all that. So I thought this would be a very good book for her. It will help her in her journey. And I also got her a box of chocolates. I know she loves chocolates, and since it's Valentine's anyways, not that I'm her Valentine, but I decided, and she loves purple, is her favorite color too, so I also decided to get her a box of chocolates just to say goodbye to my friend, because she has been good to me. You know, we have had good times and bad times. You know, working for the company that I'm working for now, but she has been a good co-worker to me, and I just said, you know, why not? You know, let me celebrate someone who has been a blessing to me. And so that's why I decided to get that for her. So I'm actually going to be going to work tomorrow on Sunday, because this coming Friday is going to be her last day. But starting this Monday, I'm going to be on vacation. I decided to take a work vacation just so I can get my mind right, and also take care of a few things here and there, especially with the case that I was telling you guys about, the custody case that's going on with my son. Unfortunately, there was a revision or something else that came up the other day, actually yesterday, that has also, you know, has kind of brought a setback in my life, because now we are headed to trial. You know, a case that I thought was going to end amicably, but unfortunately, the terms or conditions rather that were put before me, I did not agree with them, and so now we are proceeding on. We are moving on to trial. So the case is not yet finalized as I thought it was. So anyway, guys, the reason why I decided to do this video is because I have been thinking about my life and my next journey, you know. I mean, my next step in this journey. And I have come to the conclusion that by me continuing to remain in my job, with the way things are right now, it's only going to be a matter of time before I receive a pink slip, pretty much, you know, basically telling me to exit the job. And because right now we are not doing very well. In fact, our sales as a company, as you know, the company itself as a whole, our sales have gone down by 10%. And then also because of the kind of politics or corruption that is going on there, I'm also not making good money. And I'm also not putting my skills into good use, because I like talking to people, and I enjoy my job. I enjoy doing what I do, because that is a platform where I am able to reach out to people. But lately it's been so hard, because all I keep coming across is just abuse, rejection, you know, to a point where now I feel as though I'm not even really executing my job the way I should. I'm not being as productive as I should be. So for that reason, I have also decided I will be quitting my job. Oh my God, I know quitting sounds so harsh, but I have decided I'm going to step down. I will resign from my position. So at least that way I can be able to venture out into what I enjoy doing, and, you know, continue to build myself and continue to build my career and help others as well, as I'm doing what I love to do. And so out of that, beginning actually from March 10th, 2023, I will no longer be working as an inside sales agent for the company that I'm currently working for. So, you know, it's time to move on to other things, to greater heights, which is again why, you know, I decided to do this video, because the main objective is overcoming the spirit of rejection, you know. And the other day I was telling you guys, you know, growing up for me, my whole life I've basically been the black sheep of our family, you know. I have an elder brother who has always received all the praises, you know, all the best that our parents could possibly give to us. My brother was the recipient of it. You know, my brother has always been the favored child. He's always been the loved child, you know, and I've always been that child who has been shown that, you know, you know, your presence is not that much, you know, needed. And yeah, so out of that, I was telling you guys, I grew up with a very low self-esteem because I didn't have a good foundation from, you know, from childhood, where I felt comfortable enough to come out and be myself, because my parents did a very good job in making sure they killed my voice. They silenced my voice, because there was nothing, even up to this day, I still struggle with my mom because she still does not listen to me. You know, there's nothing I could have told my parents and they would have listened to me. There's nothing I can tell my mom and she listens to me. My mom is that type of person who anyone, even a stranger, someone she has just met on the street, can tell her anything that is against or contrary to what I am saying, and she will believe them before she believes me. That has always been my life. So rejection, the spirit of rejection, is something that I've always struggled with. But the other day, I came to realize that I'm an overcomer. Because in the past, I used to see, especially when I first gave my life to Christ, and my life took a turn for what seemed like the worst. Because the person that I got with that person thinking I had found love. But the person got with me knowing he had found the perfect sacrifice for him to make it in life. And so out of that, there was an exchange that happened, you know. And in that exchange of destinies, for a minute, it seemed as though he had consumed my destiny. And so my life was in total darkness. And because at the time that I gave my life to Christ, I did not understand, you know, I was not aware of myself. You know, I did not understand the importance of self-love, the importance of self-awareness. I didn't know all those things. And so out of that, I found myself suffering rejection all over again after I had already overcome rejection from my childhood. So that became a setback for me, you know, and it became a setback that took me a period of about 10 years, you know, to come out of it, because everything in my life just crashed completely. You know, all my in Christianity we say open heavens, open doors, all of them were shut. Everywhere I attempted to look for a job, I was denied the opportunity. Everywhere as in everything I attempted to do, you can imagine, even jury duty. I remember there's a time I was called for jury duty, and out of nowhere, suddenly the case was, you know, the trial was postponed, and then after being postponed, it was shifted. It was taken to a different court in a different jurisdiction. So the jurors who had been selected to go for the interview, so you can know whether you're gonna sit in the panel or not, we ended up getting sent home, like as in, yani unakataliwa na kila kitu mpaka jury, inaitwa jury duty. The thing that American citizens run from jury duty. Me, I was opened to it, and still I was denied the chance. So that has been the story of my life. You know, it was the story of my life when I was growing up. And then when, I fought my way out of it and I overcame that. But the person that I met at the time that I met took advantage of me. Me not being aware of who I am. and totally discombobulated the victory that I had created for myself. He just made sure he buried that shit completely and burnt it into ashes. So, you know, there was really no choice for me but now to begin awakening to myself, so I can start crafting a different path for me to follow that will lead me to success. And success is not just success for me to be known, you know, to become famous, that is so that people can know, kuna mtu mbaya kama mimi ana exist. No, it was not, it's not, that's not the intention. My intention is to become successful while living my purpose. Because as long as you know who you are and you stand by who you are, no matter the storms, because the storms don't stop coming because you have awoken, you've become woke to yourself. You know, you have woken up to your own mental capability and ability, you know, to think for yourself and do things for yourself. The challenges don't stop there. The challenges continue to come. But as long as you remain firm and stand and believe in what you know, and stand and believe that it's not about the storm that comes my way, because sometimes the storm comes so that it can lift you to a higher ground where you wouldn't have reached if you were to continue depending on your own strength. And so, overcoming the spirit of rejection, it has taken a while, you know. Right when I thought I had conquered it, that happened and it became a setback. But my setback, the other day, I came to realize, was actually my bounce back. And my bounce back is me bouncing back and beginning to live and serve a life of purpose, you know. Because in that moment, you know, if I had chosen to give up and say, you know, things have already gone south, nothing is working, it would have been very easy for me to become suicidal. It would have been very easy for me to give up, because life got really, really dark for me. You know, not just only was I not getting employment anywhere that I was seeking employment, but also mentally, I was beginning to feel, you know, to feel like, I lack the right words, because, you know, when you're fighting a spiritual battle, people who are with you in the physical realm cannot understand it unless themselves they understand the spiritual realm. And sometimes you can find that the people who are around you, they understand what you're going through, because themselves they have either been through it, or maybe they have played a part, or they are still playing a part in making sure that you remain in darkness. And darkness means lack of self-awareness. You know, you're just living life while looking for, or rather searching for where you belong, but you are not, you still don't know where exactly you fit in. So you can find that there are people who are aware of that, but instead of helping you, they take advantage of it, or you know, rather they take advantage of the situation, and they allow themselves to become vessels who can be used by whoever is coming against you to fight you, you know, and just destroy your vision, you know, so that you can lose your way, you can lose focus, and just become another hopeless spirit. And you know, once you become a hopeless spirit, it's only a matter of time before you become a hopeless soul. And once you become a hopeless soul, then you have lost your destiny. Your destiny is in the hands of the kingdom of darkness. Your destiny is in the hands of Satan. Your destiny is in the hands of somebody else in that kingdom who does not even belong where they are, you know. And so it took a while. It took a while for me to overcome the spirit of rejection, because whenever storms like this would come, like the way right now, you know, I waited for so long to become a mother. And right when I finally became a mother, another situation just came. A storm came, and it basically took away my child from me, you know. And so now that also has continued to be a struggle. You know, it has continued to be a fight. So even it's like, you know, it's like motherhood is also rejecting me, you know, if I'm to look at it from that perspective, you know, from a perspective of losing hope or giving up. But I had to go back in time and remind myself, what are the struggles that I've been through? How far have I come? And who is holding my hand? And because I know that there is no way the Almighty God can leave you by the wayside, I have continued to hold on, and I have continued to keep up with the fight. Because I know that this storm has only come, you know, the storm has come as a setback. But instead of being a setback, let me tell you, it has actually become very beneficial to me, because it is out of this trying time, you know, dealing with the custody of my son and all, that I have come to realize my own power. I have awoken to, you know, to who I really am, and actually my purpose in life. And it has made my vision become more clearer in life about what I want and what I am pursuing. And so as I've continued to deal with this custody issue with my son, now there's also another storm which has come, and that is the storm of my job. You know, now it's like things are here and there, you know. So again, if I'm to look at myself from a hopelessness point of view, I can easily give up again and say, oh my God, you know, first this, now this. And then actually, not even that alone. The other day I was telling you guys what happened. We lost our home because the landlord, our landlord passed away, and the wife decided she's not going to keep the property, and she put it in the market, and in no time the property was sold. We were given a 60-day notice, and just like that we became homeless. So you can see, it's like, if I'm to look at myself from a point of hopelessness and say, there's nothing that I can do that is working. Everything that I'm doing is not working. It's working against me. But then I thought back and I said, no, everything that has happened for a reason.
Use the middle lane to turn right onto Lowell Street.
And because now I am more familiar, you know, I am more familiar with myself, you know. I know who I am. I am aware of my own identity. There is nothing that can throw me back, you know. Now I just can't look at myself and give up hope and say this is it. You know, I'm throwing in the towel. Nothing is working. No, things are working. Things are working according to God's plan. Because in all this, I have realized sometimes that God can put you in a situation, and right now I'm speaking to believers of the gospel of Christ. God can allow a storm to come into your life. You know, God can allow something to come into your life, something which your enemy has destined that they are going to finish you with it. But in that storm, as long as you keep your hope alive, you will wake up and realize it's true. In Christ, we are more than conquerors. Because if this had happened to me 10 years ago, by now I would have already given up. Either I would have given up on life, or I would have just become...
To turn right onto Lowell Street, then use the left lane to turn slightly left to stay on Lowell Street.
Okay. Sorry guys, I'm following my GPS because I'm going to a different gym and it's giving me the directions. So yeah, anyway, if this had happened to me 10 years ago, I probably by now would have given up and just said fuck it, you know. Kwani, for how long am I going to keep fighting a losing battle, you know?
Use the left lane to turn slightly left to stay on Lowell
But
Street, then turn left onto the ramp to I-93 North.
Okay, GPS. Oh my God, it's like throwing me off now. So anyways, yeah, if this had happened to me 10 years ago, I would have said, oh my God,
Turn left onto
you know,
the ramp to I-93 North.
my life is just over, this is it. Either I would have said that, or I would have said fuck the gospel, and I would have just become a very, very, very mean and ruthless
Continue on
person.
I-93 North for 1
But I
mile.
thank God, because as I have looked back in my life, or at my life, I have realized and I have seen the power of God. And I've come to realize that even for that person, you know, that guy, mwenye alinikost, that one relationship that cost me 10 years of my life, to untangle myself from is what has opened me up to my vision in life. And it has given me a purpose, you know, to continue holding on to hope and also continue living. And living, not just existing, but living while enjoying life. So, you know, with that said, guys, my take here is, it doesn't matter how things are. You know, it doesn't matter how thick situations seem to be. And it's during that moment when you are at your lowest. You know, when you have hit rock bottom.
Right lane to take exit 45 to 46 for Massachusetts 213 East toward Methuen.
Okay, GPS. So it's during that moment, you know, when you're at your lowest, that the Lord brings a solution to you. And sometimes you are that solution. But you have to hold on. You have to find meaning in life. You have to find meaning in doing what you do. For you to discover yourself, you first have to find meaning in life and desire to start living life.
Keep right at the fork to stay on exit 46.
You know, and that way, it doesn't matter the storms that will come to affect you later on. Because when you're in that darkness, you don't see your own victory. But I'm telling you, when the smoke is done, everything becomes clear to you. And when everything becomes clear to you, your vision becomes even clearer. And it becomes clearer with a purpose. And as long as you remain in the Lord, He will continue to give you the strength, and He will continue to provide and open new doors for you. Forget the ones that were shut, or the ones that have been shut, or the ones that are being shut even right now. He will give you provision, because as long as you have a vision, where there is a vision, you can never lack provision. But you have to know who you are, and you have to purpose to live for the greater good and see the goodness in your situation, even when everything else is bleak. And so sometimes, even in that situation, you have to make some tough decisions, and you have to make some tough choices. But make them believing that the Almighty God is not going to leave you by the wayside. He will continue to guide you. He will continue to be your strength. And in the end, you will look back like me today and say, you are an overcomer. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are no longer a victim of your past. Rather, you are an overcomer. And once you are an overcomer, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Because the same storms that your enemies will try to bring back, the Lord is going to calm them. And once He calms them, He will open the doors that have been shut by your enemies to create a better, oh my God, sorry guys. I just exited and I'm trying to listen to my GPS and still have this conversation with you and not hit someone in front of me. So yeah.
Turn right onto Jackson Street.
Okay. So yeah, with that said, guys, it seems like I have already arrived, or I am very close to arriving to my destination. And so the reason why I wanted to do this video was to let you guys know that you shouldn't see yourself as a victim when you have already overcome your past, when you have already overcome your situation. It doesn't matter who tries to keep you in that situation of a victim, or in that place of a victim.
On Jackson Street for 1 mile.
Because what they are after is your vision. What they are after is claiming your destiny. Because right now, your destiny is in somebody else's hands. And that person is a very loyal servant in the kingdom of darkness. They work to see Satanism prosper. And so as long as Satanism is prospering, of course, believers of the gospel of Christ, we are going to be oppressed. We are going to forever be oppressed, because the kingdom of Satan fights to oppress the kingdom of Christ. And it oppresses the kingdom of Christ by taking away our destinies and, misusing them. That is where you find corruption still continues to exist, because somebody in the kingdom of darkness is probably holding on to your destiny, but instead of putting it into good use, they are using their power and their position to oppress others. And so that is why the world right now is feeling, people are feeling frustrated and angry because the world is stuck. We are stuck in a cycle of corruption, a cycle of hatred, a cycle of jealousy, And so it is up to us to awaken to who we are, so that we can begin to push back. In the Bible we read about the story of the wall of Jericho, and how the Israelites had to go around it 7 times for it to come falling down. So you have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until those walls come down. But they don't come down by fighting fire with fire. No, they come down by you continuing to believe in yourself and continuing to also believe in your Creator as the one who is in charge, the director of where you're headed. Director wa show ni God, your Creator, nobody else. Not Balaam, not Satan, not what's the god of the dead, all these gods that have positioned themselves, in your way to your destiny. It's not those gods. It is the one who created you. Huyo ndio anajua mwanzo wako, huyo ndio anajua mwisho wako. So anyway, guys, with that said,
your destination is on the right.
It seems like I have arrived, but I have not arrived at the destination that I was looking for, because this is not Planet Fitness. I don't know what happened to Planet Fitness. I'm currently in the is this a town or the city of Methuen, Mass? And this place they used to have a Planet Fitness here, but it seems as though the Planet Fitness was shut down, because now my GPS led me here, but it is telling me that I have arrived, yet I am looking at the place and I can see this is a clothing line. So I'm not quite sure what they mean. I have arrived. But yeah, so anyway, guys, it seems I'll have to end this video here, so at least I can be able to Google and look for a new spot, either somewhere close to here or something. But inaonekana nika hapa nimebounce. This is a clothing store. I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah, so with that said, I'll just end this video here so I can find a different location, because today for real I do need to work out. I don't feel like going shopping. I can see this is a new store. I've never been to this store, and I can see they are selling ladies' clothes, but I don't know. I'm not really down for shopping, so I guess I have to look for another spot. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, listening to me, and I hope I've been able to help somebody out there. And yeah, just like, share, subscribe, comment, and as always, if you have anything that you believe, if you have any feedback that you believe can help me either grow this channel or even grow, oh my god, I've touched my mic. I hope I didn't mess the sound. Yeah, if you have any feedback that can help me grow even as a person, as an individual, please comment down below, let me know. And together we are on this journey to success, and we're on this journey to fight corruption, and we're on this journey to become successful people. Because if we don't say anything, if my generation chooses to sleep and not say anything or not do anything about making this world a better place, then we are not helping the world in general. Because the generation that follows my generation and the next are also not going to awaken to who they are and begin living their life, with a purpose to make the society a better place for everyone. So with that said, guys, have a good Saturday. I'll end this video here. And today I didn't even play music. Let's listen to some music. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna listen to this song and then find another gym and continue the rest of my day. Sawa. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. God bless you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Say cheese. Cheese.